1580 KGAL.
The Oregon School Activities Association welcomes you to this broadcast of an OSAA U.S. Bank Les Schwab Tires State Championship event. U.S. Bank is proud to celebrate its 27th year of supporting OSAA state championships. Les Schwab Tires celebrating more than 55 years of pride in performance. Now enjoy the greatest sporting event around, a high school state championship.
The following sports broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Eads Broadcasting and News Talk 1580 KGAL. Welcome to the Oregon School Activities Association U.S. Bank Les Schwab Tires State 5A Girls Basketball Playoffs. Today's game featuring the Lebanon Warriors is brought to you by Like New Appliance, Lassen RV, Deline Myers of Remax Integrity, Northwest Apparel and Graphics, and by Conecuh Tire Factory. Now, get ready for Warriors basketball. With all the action, here are Radio Ray and Scott Landgren, live on 1580 KGAL.
Hey, and a good afternoon. We usually say good evening, but it's a good afternoon because we're in a very different part of the season. The championships, the state championships, 5A. The Lebanon High School girls are here for the second consecutive year. A good afternoon. I am Radio Ray. That's Scott Landgren.
How you doing?
Standing next to me. Hi. Good to see you. Who is that?
That's Lebanon's coach, Marty Benedict. You're really great with faces, aren't you there, Ray?
I've never seen him up close.
Oh, dear.
He looks smaller up close, so we've seen him from
Well, that's true, I
from
guess.
a distance. Oh, okay. Nice to meet him. Tell him it's nice to meet him.
That's right.
Welcome to the 5A championships today as Lebanon gets ready. It is the second straight year that they've made the championships. Last year, they were knocked out after 2 games. And this year, they have another tough first-round opponent. The opponent this afternoon, the Springfield Millers, they are the 2-time state defending 5A girls champions. And that is intimidating enough, but then you might say, well, they've won championships the last 2 years. There could be a dramatic turnover here, an entirely different team. Certainly there has been turnover, but the key thing is the young lady who led them to those 2 championships and was the most valuable player in the 5A championships both of those years, Mercedes Russell. She is back again this year. This is her senior year. Watching her here in the warm-ups, she is quite impressive.
Yeah.
She is 6'6" tall, but she is not just a girl who will stand under the basket and get the rebounds. She can shoot from the outside. If you foul her, she can shoot the free throws. Watched the 5 free throws in which she made 4 of the 5. Watched her banking shots off the glass. Watched her shooting underneath. Watched her dribble with both hands. The nice thing here this afternoon is that Scott and I are at the scorer's table, and we're just a short way away from the warm-up of the Springfield girls. And we just met the head coach, Marty Benedict.
We did.
We could do him a favor by reaching over the scorer's table and doing some damage to some of the Springfield players.
Yeah.
Scott, it is very intimidating, and anybody who is an analyst of the game considers Springfield a major favorite here this afternoon. But upsets do happen at all levels, whether high school all the way to the pros. There are some amazing things that cannot be explained. And very candidly, it would have to be one of those afternoons for the Warriors to get a win here. But we were watching them warm up, and we watch them warm up now, and they were shooting the lights out at the other end. So we hope for them to put up a good battle about Springfield. We'll tell you about their record a little bit more here in a few minutes. But we are watching the warm-ups. I don't think the start will be exactly at 1:30 if the clock is correct. It says 10 minutes, about 11 minutes, 10 and a half minutes till game time. They may start a little bit earlier than expected here because they have more games to get later in the afternoon. I guess they'd like to get an early start if they can. So we're about 10 minutes away from the start of the game today here at Matthew Knight Arena, the Franklin Palace, as I prefer to call it. As you come down the business section here on Franklin Boulevard, a very busy area of Eugene, all of a sudden is this magnificent structure that is like going to see the Papal Palace in Rome. It's beautiful on the inside here as well, but it is so spacious that I sometimes wish that they could put these games in a gymnasium with a little tighter, a little smaller for the the crowd and fill it up a little more and get more of a feeling of excitement for the game.
Yeah, I mean, I understand what they're trying to do. You know, you want this to be a reward. You're the final 8 teams in the state. You want them to play at Matthew Knight. But if you look around, the Springfield student section to our right is pretty full in white.
Yeah, it is.
The Warriors section over to our left is not as full. And if you look around, it's just there's not many people. If you had it in a smaller arena, I think the crowd could really be a factor in the game. But like you said, it's just so open here.
Well, let's take our first break. We'll come back and tell you about the success of the Springfield Millers this year. It's quite impressive. But we'll take our first time out. From Matthew Knight Arena today, the 5A girls' first playoff game here for the championships, the Millers and the Warriors at 1580 KGAL.
Are you thinking about getting new windows but aren't excited about spending 3 to 4 hours with a pushy salesperson from out of town? Hi, this is Brian at Smith Glass. We offer double and triple pane windows with a lifetime warranty for much less than those Portland or Seattle guys. Plus, we're your neighbors. Our salespeople are friendly and helpful. Visit us today on Southwest 3rd in Corvallis or at the foot of the Lion Street Bridge in Albany or on the web at smith-glass.com.
On the cutting edge since 1945, Smith Glass Service.
If your washer, dryer, stove, or fridge are stone cold dead, then who are you going to call? Like New Appliance at 541-259 at 1131, of course. You see, Like New Appliance is a Mid-Valley's premier recycler, creating like new appliances from your abandoned, lifeless metal rejects. Do your recycling part. Ask for a free discarded appliance pickup today by calling 259 at 1131. That's 541-259 at 1131 for Like New Appliance.
1580 KGAL.
7 threes in a game. I think one of them's going to have 8. They are really shooting well in the warm-ups. Yes. But so is Mercedes. Hopefully we got a couple that shoot well. Then we can maybe bring something together.
Welcome back. Once again, we're talking with the coaches this afternoon. Who is that?
That was Casey Humphrey. Oh. This is why I'm here, Ray. This is why I get paid the big bucks to be here.
You know these people.
That's right.
It's all new to me. We were just making an offer to Casey. He said, if you pay me, we're close enough at the scorer's table when some of the key players for Springfield come over, we could do some damage, even though they throw me out.
Yeah?
I'll do it for money.
There you go.
We didn't reach a decision on how much we might be paid. Springfield, very impressive. They were 22-3 on the year, so they lost 3 games.
They did.
But those games were between December 20th and December 28th. Now, that's during the Christmas break. I have to wonder, and I didn't see anybody to ask from Springfield, whether, for example, Mercedes Russell might have been somewhere else during that time. Maybe University of Tennessee, to which she has already committed.
Yeah.
One of the storied programs in women's college basketball. She committed before this season began. And as Scott pointed out, and I was surprised last time, I know she is a nationwide recruit, but Scott said in the recruiting services, they rank her as the #1 high school graduate going to college this year.
Yeah, and that's pretty impressive. One thing, to be from the state of Oregon and be the #1, but to be at the 5A level, just doing what she's doing, it's just amazing.
So 22-3, but I question those 3 losses. As I say, they came within a week's time. They were in one of the Christmas tournaments. It may have been that Mercedes was gone. Maybe some other key players were gone during that time. But during the regular season, well, for example, in that week, Willamette beat them, Scott.
Yeah.
The Willamette team beat them during that, and among my notes here, I don't see that score, but it was a very close,
58-51.
Very close game. 58-51?
Yeah.
But during the regular season, they met Willamette in their own league, in the Midwestern League, and they beat them twice. A close game at Willamette, 57-53, but 47-30 at home. So when it counted, they beat Willamette twice. So maybe you could throw out that loss at the beginning of the season. They also lost to a team from Georgia in one of their tournaments. So they lost those 3 games, but that was it for the season. 22-3, 10-0 in the league, and they are the defending state champions for the last 2 years. And when you look at some of the scores, they beat North Eugene 84-30, Churchill 63-21. They were successful but good over Marshfield 74-35.
Yeah.
72-16 versus Thurston. Oh. Now those are impressive scores, and maybe those are not good teams, but to beat them by that margin really says something about the Springfield Millers. And they also won in their play-in game the other night. They beat Silverton from our league, from the Mid-Willamette Conference. They beat them 63-23 on Saturday night to get here to the tournament. So candidly, you say, if you're a fan, be afraid, be very afraid, But if you are a player today, be loose, very loose. There is nothing to lose.
Right.
You're expected as the underdog today, and hopefully the Warriors can start to hit some baskets. Casey Humphrey said to me just a moment ago, he thinks there are a couple of girls that might break the team record of 7 threes in the game today. He said he's got the feeling.
He does. And you know, the thing that the Warriors have on their side, there's two things really. The first thing is that they are the underdog. There's no pressure on them. They're expected not to win this game, right? Springfield has all the pressure. They're two-time defending state champions, #1 team in the nation. They have all the pressure in the world on them to win and, you know, keep advancing. The Warriors, they can play loose. And the second thing is, they've been here before now. This is their second straight trip to Matthew Knight. So last year, they had a little butterflies. They were 2 and out. This year, there's nothing. They've been here before. It's like, the butterflies are gone. They should be relaxed and ready to go today.
Bend and Hermiston will meet in the next game this afternoon, and the winner of this game will play the winner of that game. Now, Springfield played Bend.
Yeah.
They won 61-19. They played Hermiston. They were the winners of the Columbia Conference, the one from which the Dalles Wetumpka, the team that the Warriors beat on Saturday night. Hermiston was the top team in that league. Springfield beat them 62-35.
Wow.
So if they were to win this game tonight, they have already battered both of the teams, one of whom will be the opponent in the next game.
You know, basketball is a funny game, though, Ray. Sometimes when you get in this championship atmosphere, things change.
So there are some scary things when you look at the score here this afternoon. But as Scott said, it is the second time around for the Warriors. There's something very different about being here. Mitch, and the size of this arena is certainly different from anything you play in during the regular season.
Yeah.
That makes a difference in executing a shot, because it's sort of like a mathematical computer. When you go to shoot, the body looks at the angle, looks at the distance, is looking at the background, and then sets a formula for putting that ball into the air and lobbing it just correctly through the basket.
Yeah.
The thing is here, number one, the court is longer than the high school court.
Right.
It's something like 90 feet long, or high school court 84, it's 80 or 84. This court is longer.
Yeah.
That changes everything. When you shoot, the backdrop is far, far different than the gyms that always have a wall just a few feet behind the basket. Here you have the bleachers behind, or the seats behind, and then fading all the way to the top. There's more distance behind the basket. That throws the ball off a little bit, throw mind off executing a shot. So coming around a second time is good for the Warriors that they played here before. Several of the players know that difference. First time last year, it's very hard to really act yourself to that difference in the gym. But the Millers, on the other hand, they've been here the last 2 years, and they've advanced to the championship. They apparently have not had too much of a problem acclimating themselves to the basket and the differences of the court. Well, the time has expired. The time on the clock. See, it hasn't. Of a couple of minutes. I see the Springfield Millers are still warming up. Games this morning, they were the consolation games for the boys. We are carrying the West Albany girls and boys, and by the way, the girls will play the final game tonight. That will be the 8:15 game here at Matthew Knight, and they will play against Corvallis, and of course they've already beaten Corvallis twice in the season.
Yeah.
A very close contest, came down to a couple of free throws right at the end of the game to win the first time, and then at home they beat Corvallis rather handily. But that could be a tight contest tonight, even though West Albany has beaten the Spartans twice. 8:15 tonight, that will be at 920 KGAL, our sister station. Yesterday evening, the West Albany boys were defeated by Jefferson, the #1 team in their bracket. There are 8 teams that play. They are divided into 2 brackets of 4 teams each. West Albany was #4 in their bracket. The team they played last night, Jefferson, was #1, and they took Jefferson down to the wire before falling 55-52. That put West into the consolation bracket this morning. They just finished, and West put away Milwaukee 70-63. So West will play on Saturday here for the consolation championship.
Yeah.
The other boys' game this morning, Wilson beat Sandy 52-36. So those are the 2 teams winning the consolation games this morning. We're about to get our national anthem. We will take a timeout, and we'll be back for game time this morning. The Millers and the Warriors on KGAL.
Albany are 2 names you can always count on. RE/MAX was built on integrity and is dedicated to service. Delene Myers is dedicated to assisting you with those same 2 qualities, integrity and service. Count on Delene for any real estate-related needs. Delene Myers would like you to know she is proud to assist you with your real estate needs through RE/MAX Integrity of Albany.
Eye-popping graphics on premium fabrics. That's what you'll wear from Northwest Apparel and Graphics. Businesses like Albany's Furniture and Beds, Buckmaster Plumbing, and Rhodes Warden have trusted Northwest Apparel and Graphics for their new appearance. Now you can too, and for a lot less than you'd expect. From vinyl signs and proverbs to screen printing and custom embroidery, Northwest Apparel and Graphics can do it all. No minimum orders for home or business. Look for their new showroom just south of the Kuhn Theater on South Main Street. Northwest Apparel and Graphics.
What do 1 in 15 Oregonians have in common? Diabetes. It affects millions. Hereditary for some, preventable for others. Samaritan Diabetes Education has the tools and knowledge to help you prevent or control diabetes, improve your quality of life, and reduce your risk for other diseases through group classes, individualized appointments, and support groups. Contact your local Samaritan hospital for more information or link to their website from KGAL.com or KSHO.net. Samaritan Health Services, building healthier communities together.
Now, for a limited time, save $20 on radiator or transmission flushes at Canega Tire Factory. And if you're watching your budget, ask about the latest variety of quality used passenger and light truck tires. For over 50 years, you've trusted Canega to keep you and your family on the road. And Canega services just get better and better. From tires to struts, brakes to free battery checks, even propane for your barbecue and RV. Still at the Y in Lebanon, the place to buy your tires and more is still Canega Tire Factory.
Your Mid-Valley home of the Lebanon Warriors. News Talk 1580, KGAL, Lebanon, Albany, Corvallis.
Back at the Franklin Palace, Matthew Knight Arena here at the University of Oregon. I'm Radio Ray. Scott Landgren just about ready to begin the game today. Scott pointed out just a few moments ago as we look to our distant right. We are at the scorer's table. One of the nice things about doing these games is very nice. Place you at the scorer's table. Off to our distant right are the Springfield students, and because they often refer to this area as Springfield Eugene, they're rather close to us today. As the announcement of the starting lineups, the Warriors will be the home team today, and they are just to our left. Will wear their uniforms, and let's see the starters today. For Springfield will include Ashley Ritchie, a 5'7" senior. There is Mercedes Russell, a 6'6" senior, and one terrific player who sprints by right now, averaging 25 points on the season. Number 23 is Nikki Dunk, 5'8" senior. Number 32, Cummins, a 5'8" senior. And number 35 is Dana Swartout, a 5'10" senior. So maybe this is the year that things do change for Springfield, but unfortunately it's not last year.
Yeah, I kind of wish it was, Ray.
They are loaded with seniors. The Lebanon Warriors being announced, they are just in front of us. A young lady who played a terrific game on Saturday. Tremendous. Gianna Dickey, 5'3", junior. Also Ellie Phillips, 5'8", junior. Macy Benedict, a 5'7", junior. Jessica Smith is a senior at 5'10". And finally, number 33, a 6'2", junior, Jenna Morch. So the Warriors are really in a tough contest today against Springfield. That's quite obvious. But one thing, no matter what happens today, 4 of their 5 starters are juniors and have a very good shot at being back next year as the seniors.
Yes. And
the dominant team. But let's see what happens against a loaded team in Springfield. Ranked number 1 in 5A. Again, 25-3 on the year, 22-3. But those 3 losses only during the Christmas break, and that leads you to suspect that maybe something was amiss during that time.
And here's something scary, Ray. The biggest loss this year was by 7 points, and that was to Willamette.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Mercedes Russell, obviously, will be in the center circle here at the U of O. They used to have the tree right at center court. Were you ever down here for the tree when they had that? You could not discern front court from back court. They had to get rid of it because visiting teams in particular complained. And, of course, Mercedes Russell tips it to Ashley Ritchie, and they will be underway today. Chloe Cummins to Ritchie. Ritchie goes down low. They look underneath, of course, trying to find Russell. She's averaged 25 points a game. Back to Ritchie. Ritchie goes underneath, but it's not Russell underneath. It's Dana Swartout, but she hits the bottom of the basket. Too far underneath. Rebound to the Warriors. Macy Benedict, Gianna Dickey. What a terrific game she played on Saturday.
We're going to need her to do it just the same today. 7
consecutive points to start the second half. 9 of the first 11 points in the second half as the Warriors pulled away from the Dalles Watonka. going to have a little bit of trouble seeing here, perhaps, and one of the coaches standing right in front of us. There's Macy Benedict on the left wing. Pastor Dickett, pass it off to
Ellie Phillips.
Ellie Phillips. A pass for Dickey is stolen away by Springfield. Off Kiana's hands into Ashley Ritchie. Ashley will run all the way to the basket. Puts a layup up. No good. And the rebound to Lebanon. And Lebanon was fortunate there as Ritchie had a good look. Here's Dickey quickly down court for Phillips. She's open for three. Open for three. No good. Rebound. Jenna Morge fighting. Gets the rebound and then goes back up, and Jenna is fouled. And we are going to have a real trouble seeing. Got to whisper this. I don't want him to be upset with us.
That's right.
I could not see that action at all, Scott.
No, it's a bit tough.
We need to help each other out depending on who's got the better view of that end of the court. Jenna Morch with 2 shots. And Jenna puts it up and in. Where are the fouls on the board here, Scott?
I couldn't.
Oh, there they are.
That just says the total fouls. I didn't see who it was called on.
No, I didn't either. Jenna Morch hits the first point of the game. 1-0 Warriors, 2-0 Warriors.
Well, free throws are going to be huge in this game. They're going to have to make them, and they're going to have to make some threes, I think. Their guard play for Lebanon is going to be big tonight.
Absolutely. They're going to have to hit everything from the free throw line. Here's Mercedes Russell playing outside now to Ritchie. Ritchie drives to the basket, puts it off the glass, up and in.
That's pretty easy, Ray.
So they put Mercedes outside that time, and she gets an assist on a pass to Ritchie. Now Ashley Ritchie knocks it away from Kiana Dickey. This will be an interesting matchup. We had an interesting one for Kiana the other night against Dallas Watonka and Bailey for the Dowls. Ritchie and Kiana are about the same size. Very quick. Here's Jenna Morch from the outside for 2. No good. Won't go. Thought maybe we get the roll. We did not. Guess who got the rebound? Mercedes Russell to Ashley Ritchie. And Ritchie quickly in the front court in front of us. Chloe Cummins. They go underneath. And once again, Mercedes Russell not playing underneath, but they get an open Dana Swart out, and she hits the shot easily, 4-2.
They do a good job of using her. That time they used her as the assist woman, so to speak.
So they didn't need Mercedes under the basket, and they've gotten 2 easy layups for the lead, 4-2. Warriors, Jessica Smith in the ballgame for the Warriors. Swings it to Kiana Dickey. Back to Macy Benedict on the left side. Jenna Morch playing out top, not under the basket, and guarded by Russell. They bring her away with Morch playing outside. Tries to get a shot inside, and she travels. And that travel, you won't see it in the stats after the game, but was caused by Mercedes Russell and her size trying to dip under Mercedes. She stopped and then moved again for the travel. But they're bringing Jenna away from the basket to bring Mercedes Russell away from the basket.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
With the ball, Nikki Duncan goes underneath to Russell. Russell kicks it back outside for Ashley Ritchie for 3, and she's got it, and it's 7-2. Kiana Dickey has it stolen away by Ritchie. Ritchie all alone to the basket. Left hand missed the shot, and Jenna Morch was there for the rebound. Missed an easy shot.
Yeah.
Kiana Dickey to the other end. Kiana to Jenna Morch, and Kiana traveled.
But I'm not surprised. I saw Ashley Ritchie averages 5 assists and 6.5 steals per game, so she's a ball hawker like Kiana Dickey. She already has a couple today.
Ashley brings it into front court to Swartout. Swartout across court for Ashley. Ashley underneath to Mercedes Russell against Jenna Morch, and she puts it in. First 2 of the day.
Well, you can't defend that, Ray. It's just 6-6 against 6-2.
9-2. Springfield with the lead. Coach Marty Benedict calls out the play for his girls at the far end from us on the offensive end. Kiana Dickey and a reach in against Ashley Ritchie, and we need more of that today. That will be a foul on Ashley. First foul, team foul. If you see where that is in the clock time, fouls, there we are. A different type of clock, wouldn't you say?
Yes, it is. It's a ribbon banner that goes all the way around the...
I wouldn't even call it a board. It's more of a scored clock.
Yeah, that's true.
Here's Kiana Dickey. Bounce pass from Macy Benedict. Macy starts a drive. Cut off, dishes back outside for Jessica Smith. Across to Ellie Phillips. Nice grab by Phillips. Almost throw it too high. Phillips for 2. Air ball out of bounds, no good. Ball to Springfield. 9-2 lead. 4:41 gone. Remember, these are 8-minute quarters in high school basketball. So almost midway through the first quarter, 9-2 Springfield as Ashley Ritchie dribbles against Kiana Dickey. And now they're going to call Kiana for the reach, and so we're even now at a foul apiece on those 2 point guards. Kiana Dickey will pick up her initial foul. That's an interesting matchup as you look at the 2 girls, Scott. Ashley Ritchie just a little bit taller, maybe a couple of inches taller.
Yep. Not much, though.
They go inside to Mercedes. Mercedes swings out to Swartout. Swartout has it knocked away by Ellie Phillips, but Rich comes up with it. Good hustle. A shot from the outside for Chloe Cummins for three, and she hits for three, and it's 12-2. Boy, you hate to see him hit the three.
Well, it's just great ball movement so far by Springfield at really finding the open girl to hit the open shot.
Chloe Cummins for three. Dickey. Cross court to Ellie Phillips. Phillips on the left side. Looks for a little opening. Jenna Morch now underneath. They put Jenna underneath, and that puts Mercedes Russell back under the basket. Now Jenna will come out on the top of the circle, set a little screen. Actually, Dickey passes in the corner for Phillips. Phillips with a shot, another air ball, and off to start the game. And the rebound came to Nikki Duncan. Here's Ritchie, tries to go down the court to Mercedes Russell. She's 6'6", but she's not that tall. That ball was well over her head. And Mercedes seemed to say, wait a minute, they said something like I'm not that tall or whatever. Timeout. Timeout is called. We'll take a 30-second timeout. 3:48 remaining in the first quarter. 12-2 Springfield, and we'll be back.
Are you thinking about getting new windows but aren't excited about spending 3 to 4 hours with a pushy salesperson from out of town? Hi, this is Brian at Smith Glass. We offer double and triple pane windows with a lifetime warranty for much less than those Portland or Seattle guys. Plus, we're your neighbors. Our salespeople are friendly and helpful. Visit us today on Southwest 3rd in Corvallis or at the foot of the Line Street Bridge in Albany or on the web at smith-glass.com.
On the cutting edge since 1945. Smith Glass Service.
KGAL.
Well, we saw before the game the Warriors were shooting extremely well, but they have not shot well from the outside here to start. As a result, they find themselves down 10. 3:43 remaining in the first quarter, 12-2 Springfield. Warriors, though, with the ball after the timeout. Ritchie knocks a pass away into the hands of Nikki Duncan. Now they go underneath to Russell. Russell against Morch. Little jumper by Russell. Can't get the roll, but there for the rebound is Springfield. Outside to Nikki Duncan, and she throws it away over the head of Chloe Cummins. Well, so far, they are misjudging just how tall their teammates are. That one was over her head by far.
Yeah, you kind of think they shouldn't. I mean, this is the state tournament. This is the last 3 or 4 games of the season, so you think you'd know.
One good thing is we've stayed at 12-2 for a little over a minute here. 3:20 remaining in the first quarter. Kiana Dickey driving against Ritchie. Bounce past Ellie Phillips. No, make it Brittany Port in the corner. Brittany in the ball game for the Warriors. Here's Macy Benedict on the outside left side to the dribble. Left hand now to Kiana Dickey. Starts a drive. Bounce pass underneath, but it's stolen away by Springfield. Standing right there was Duncan. Duncan to Ritchie. Ritchie in the front court, right in front of us. Dishes to Russell. Russell's going to dish it back outside for three, and it is no good. Nikki Duncan, the shot to rebound to Russell. She puts it up and in over Jenna Morch, and Jenna commits the foul. Russell got the rebound and hits her second shot of the night, has 4 points here. It's a 14-2 lead. And we saw her earlier. I watched just 5 free throws, and she made 4 out of the 5.
Yeah, it's kind of hit or miss with the taller players. If they're good at free throws, then, pretty perfect, right?
And she hits the shot. Perfect release. You wonder if maybe that's a weakness sometime in someone of that size at 6'6". But it's 15-2 after a 3-point effort for Mercedes Russell. 5 points for her on the day.
15-0 by Springfield, Ray.
That's right. After the 2-0 start, Jessie Cephas checks in for the Warriors. Here's Kiana Dickey to Jessie. Jessie guarded by Swarthout. And she throws it away out of bounds and still belongs to the Warriors. So they will say that Swarthout reached in and got a piece of that before it was thrown away. That's probably what caused it to go off the mark.
Yeah, it looked like it changed direction.
And the Warriors will retain possession. Far side of the court from us here as we are at ringside scorer's table at the Palace on Franklin. Here's Macy Benedict for Cepos down in the corner. Back outside to Kiana Dickey. Kiana on the left side and guarded by Ashley Ritchie. For Jenna Morch playing outside again, they bring Russell away from the basket by keeping Jenna Morch, the 2-post, well outside. She with the dribble. Now to Cephas. Jenna goes back underneath the basket to Macy Benedict on the left side. Macy underneath to Morch, working against Russell, tries to get a foul against her instead. Lost control of the ball as she went up. I don't think Mercedes even blocked it. She just lost control. Ball to Springfield. They come down. Swarthout cross court for Duncan. Duncan starts a drive. Duncan will pull up for the shot. No good. Off the iron. Rebound to Swarthout. Outside. Quickly underneath goes Chloe Cummins, and she is fouled as she attacks the basket. And picking up the foul will be Jessie Cephas. Will get her first. And going to the line will be Chloe Cummins. And a reminder from Les Schwab Tires, they are proud to be in business for over 50 years. more than 400 stores throughout the West. There's a Les Schwab Tire Center close by, doing the right thing since 1952. Make it 16 uninterrupted points since the Warriors led 2-0 on 2 free throws by Jenna Morch. That free throw is good, as Chloe Cummins hits, a 5'8" senior, and she sets for a second shot to try and make it 17 consecutive points. Sets, shoots, and does not get the roll. Tipped up, though, by Swartout. Swartout misses the shot, gets the rebound, puts it up no good. And the rebound to Jenna Morch, to Kiana Dickey, quickly up court. Warriors have not scored since really the opening minute of this game, and we're down to a minute 35 remaining in the first quarter. Here's Kiana looking for somebody to throw it to, and she dishes to Ellie Phillips, left side. Phillips starts a drive against Swartout, gets underneath, has the shot altered by Mercedes Russell, but it goes out of bounds. So maybe, again, she might not even have gotten a hand on that ball. I assume not. It was just that she altered the shot and went out of bounds.
I don't think so. It's just the guards of Lebanon are so much shorter than Mercedes Russell that they have to alter their shot, almost like Alex Albion used to do for the boys' team.
Here's a shot by Ritchie, no good. A little bit of wild shot, and the Warriors do get the rebound. Kiana Dickey against Ritchie. Ritchie reaches in, no foul, steals it, goes to the basket, puts it up, no good. Gets her own rebound and dishes underneath to Swartout. Swartout against Kiana Dickey, and Kiana, unfortunately, will be called for a second foul, and that really hurts. The Warriors have had some bruises, but that's a major blow as Kiana Dickey already picks up a second foul.
Yeah.
And the Warriors may be bringing her out. As I didn't see, who was it that just flew by us here, Scott?
That is Molly Aranda.
Molly Aranda gets ready to check in for Kiana. The shot is no good by Dana Swartout. I assume the pronunciation is Dana, Scott. It's spelled D-A-N-E-A. I mean, you could pronounce it Dania.
I would say Dana. And Kiana Dickey stays on the court, Ray.
Kiana Dickey's still in. As Dana hits the second shot. I thought that was 18. Isn't that 18?
No, she missed the first one.
No, I know. I thought it was 17 already for Springfield. 17.
I think it was only 16.
17-2. Brittany Port in the ball game for the Warriors, down to 46 seconds. Can the Warriors get another basket in the first quarter? That's the question here. Jessie Cephas tries a shot, but she is good defense by Springfield. Well, and a 3-second violation against the Warriors underneath, and every sin that they can commit has been committed.
Ray, the Warriors need to get a basket. Remember, they only have 2 free throws in the quarter.
Pass down court to Swartout. Open, throws it across court for Duncan for a 3-point shot, and Nikki Duncan hits a 3, make it 20 consecutive points, and 20-2 here in the first quarter. That's similar to the lead they had the other night against Silverton when they blew Silverton away.
Yeah,
in the first quarter. Here's Jessie Cephas, and reaching in, thank goodness, is Dana Swartout. And Dana may have committed a cardinal sin with 15.5 seconds left of committing a foul, but it will not send the Warriors anywhere near the free throw line. And the Warriors will inbound to Kiana Dickey. Kiana starts a drive against Nikki Duncan. Wants to get a shot off, has not been able to do that. Has to dish it back outside. Instead, there's a hand of Ashley Ritchie again. Ashley intercepts. Shot at the buzzer, and it's off the mark. Just a little bit to the left of the basket on a jumper at the buzzer. She had to take it from too far out as she saw the time expiring, but to her credit, she knew that time was about to run out. Well, the first quarter, I think analysis would be it belongs to Springfield.
Yeah, I think you could say that, Ray. There's really, I couldn't find a weakness in their game. They missed a couple easy layups, but that was about it.
20-2 Millers after 1. We'll be back from the 5A championships at the Palace on Franklin in just a moment.
If you'd like to do it yourself or need helpful advice doing it, your neighborhood Ace Hardware and Contractor Center can help. Economy Supply Building Center has been that helpful place for over 58 years. Economy Supply Building Center, where Highway 34 becomes Tangent Street in Lebanon.
Staying on top of your savings can be like staying on top of a mechanical bull or an extreme ski slope. But U.S. Bank makes saving easy with Start. Savings today and rewards tomorrow lets you save slow. Yes. Or fast. Save $1,000, earn a $50 U.S. Bank Rewards Visa card. Keep the balance for a year and get another $50. Awesome. Start today at any U.S. Bank or usbank.com/start. All of us serving you. U.S. Bank. Conditions apply. See the Start program agreement or a banker for details. Deposit products offered by U.S. Bank N.A. member FDIC.
It rose up out of the asphalt, pointing to the sky. Its razor-sharp point could have slayed a dragon. It was like a dagger, like a...
Yeah, it looks like you just ran over a nail. But don't worry, here at Les Schwab, every tire comes with a kind of lifetime protection most other places don't give you, like free flat repairs and more, plus a great price. That's our best tire value promise.
Duly noted.
Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952. It's the spring tire sale, one of our biggest sales of the year, now through April 30th.
1580 KGAL.
Warriors with the ball to start the second quarter, and once again, great defense by Springfield. They cannot get off a shot. They only had 5 shots in the first quarter and missed all 5. Ellie Phillips attacks the basket, and she will be fouled by Dana Swartout. Dana, the 5'10 senior, picks up the foul. And that will be 4 fouls for Springfield, 4 for the Warriors here. Start of the second quarter, 20-2. If you missed the first quarter, the Warriors had a 2-0 lead on 2 free throws by Jenna Morch in the opening minute, and then 20 consecutive points. There's a shot blocked by Mercedes Russell. Blocked the shot by Cephas. But the Warriors got the rebound, actually by Morch, that shot. The shot for 3 from the outside. Macy Benedict hits for 3. The first basket since the opening moment, and the first basket from the field for the Warriors today, 20-5.
And that was good. It was a wide open 3. Somebody missed an assignment for Springfield.
Here's Russell open under the basket, puts it up and in, and Jenna Morch will commit the second foul for her. They got it to Russell simply because she is even taller than Jenna Morch at 6'2", but Russell at 6'6". They got her a high pass. She simply reached up, took it in an easy layup, and then Jenna fouled her beyond that. It is 22-5, and Mercedes Russell will go to the free throw line. That's 7 points on the day for Russell, and make it 8 that she can hit from the free throw line. On her way to Tennessee next year, committed before this senior year in high school. Here's Ellie Phillips in the front court. Ellie has it knocked away from behind, and Russell comes up with it. Down court. Almost traveled, I think, by Chloe Cummins. No call. They go underneath to Russell again. Russell driving on Morch. Puts the shot up. Bank shot. No good. No foul on Jenna. And Jenna may have been fortunate that there was not a foul there. Warriors get the rebound. Feed it to Macy Benedict at the other end. Try for 3 from the corner by Ellie Phillips. No good. Ball tipped away. Came off the hands of Dana Swartout and goes out of bounds, but still belongs to the Warriors.
Maybe a foul on Springfield. Swartout, she committed the foul.
So Dana reached in and picks up the foul, the 15th foul, and we're even at 5 fouls apiece. As the Warriors inbound, almost lose it, but Ellie Phillips manages to get it on an errant pass, came to her. Dishes to Macy in the left corner. Macy starts a drive along the baseline. Again in traffic. Comes back outside. Catherine Zahner in the game for the Warriors. And a foul is called here. We're going to get the 6th foul against Springfield with action in what would be the paint, but there is no paint here.
There is no paint. You're right.
There's just a seam. I guess those are trees there under the basket. A darker color of some fir trees. They look like fir trees that burned out in the summer. Here's Phillips' shot is blocked by Mercedes Russell, but the Warriors get it back and they feed it to Zahner underneath, and she hits.
Good find there by Jenna Morch.
The shot was blocked, but it wound up going to Jenna Morch. Pushed it underneath to Zahner, who hits the shot. Timeout Springfield, 23-7. Springfield on top. We'll take a 30-second timeout here, second quarter on KGAL.
Eye-popping graphics on premium fabrics. That's what you'll wear from Northwest Apparel and Graphics. Businesses like Albany's Furniture and Beds, Buckmaster Plumbing, and Rhodes Warden have trusted Northwest Apparel and Graphics for their new appearance. Now you can too, and for a lot less than you'd expect. From vinyl signs and proverbs to screen printing and custom embroidery, Northwest Apparel and Graphics can do it all. No minimum orders for home or business. Learn more by calling 541-259-4545 for Northwest Apparel and Graphics.
Your Mid-Valley home of the Lebanon Warriors. News Talk 1580, KGAL, Lebanon, Albany, Corvallis.
Warriors down 23-7 as we resume action. Miller's with the ball. Here's Mercedes Russell playing outside right now, guarded by Jenna Morch. Ashley Ritchie. Chloe Cummins starts a drive, and let's see who will pick up the foul. Apparently it will go against Brittany Port. A collision between Chloe Cummins and Brittany.
They gave it to 33, Jenna
Morch. So that was not where the action was. It was Brittany Port who hit the ground, but it was a foul battling for position underneath. Jenna Morch picks up her 3rd foul. They go underneath to Russell. Russell wide open and put it in.
Wow, that was pretty, Ray.
It was. They just tipped the ball. I didn't see which teammate. I think it was Dana Swartout. Simply tipped it back, tapped it across to Russell, standing right near her under the basket, and high enough that, again, she was the tallest player there, reached it and put it up easily. Shot by the Warriors, partially blocked, and the rebound comes to Springfield, and here they come again. Behind the back dribble by Ashley Ritchie. They have themselves a good point guard. It's not just Mercedes Russell.
Yeah.
Here's Nikki Duncan. Duncan starts a drive, pulls up for the jump, and hits. About 2 feet inside the foul line, hits the shot. The jumper makes it 27-7. And a 20-point lead for the Springfield Millers. Second quarter today at the Palace on Franklin, Matthew Knight Arena. Warriors with the ball. Jenna Morch playing outside, just outside the three-point arc. Here's Macy Benedict straight away for a three-pointer, no good, and the rebound will come to Ashley Ritchie. The Warriors virtually need to hit every shot today.
Yeah.
Some interesting stats that they gave us for that first quarter. Here's Russell back outside to Ritchie for a jumper. No good. Air ball will go out of bounds. The Warriors were 0 for 5 from the field in the first quarter. Now, not only were they shut out from the field, but only 5 shots. Meanwhile, Springfield...
7 of 17.
17 shots.
Yeah.
Not a great percentage, but 17 shots compared to 5 for the Warriors.
Well, 41 is a lot better than 0, Ray, in the percentage-wise.
10 turnovers for the Warriors to 2 for Springfield in that first quarter, which they led 20-2. Almost stolen away by Springfield. Benedict got it back. Feeds it to Kiana Dickey in the left corner and in trouble. Bounce pass outside. Almost stolen by Springfield. Now it is. Knocked on the floor. Battle for the ball. It'll be out of bounds, and it will still belong to the Warriors. Good fortune for the Warriors. And Springfield has knocked a lot of balls away, contested every pass. The Warriors are having trouble finding an open shot.
Yeah, I've been really impressed with Springfield's defense. They're playing woman-to-woman defense, if you will, and they're just not allowing anything right now.
Here's Kiana Dickey, underhands it to Macy Dickey, or Macy Benedict, almost threw it into backcourt, but Macy picked it up before it crossed the timeline. Benedict down low to Dickey. Dickey, a difficult pass in traffic in the lane. Warriors throw it around, and they have it knocked out of bounds by Mercedes Russell as they tried to get it to Catherine Zahner. For the Warriors, Madison Cox in the ball game, and her pass knocked away by Mercedes Russell, but the Warriors still have the possession as they inbound to Macy Benedict. Benedict kicks it back out for Kiana. Kiana probably carried that ball before she made the first dribble. No call. Shot from the corner for 3. No good by Catherine Zahner, and the Millers get the rebound. Down court quickly. They try to go underneath to Russell. She's got it, puts it up and in. Holy smoke. That's just too easy.
Well, you can't defend it. She's 6'6". She's got at least 4 inches on everybody on the Warrior team, and like you said, it's just too easy.
Is that 9 now for her? I may have lost count. It's at least 9 points now for Mercedes Russell. Here's Benedict. Benedict starts a drive, has it knocked away. I'm not sure whether she wanted to pass it or try to get a layup, but it was deflected by Springfield. It's on the floor. We'll have the possession arrow. And the possession arrow will belong to Springfield, and they will come this way again.
I think that's 10 for Mercedes right now, because she had that 3-point play earlier in the quarter.
Averaged 25 points on the year.
13 rebounds also, so she averaged a double-double.
Ouch.
Yeah, I mean, you could tell so far in this limited action that why she's a D1 prospect here.
Ritchie Russell playing on the outside. Dishes it to the right side of the floor, far side of the floor from us. Now underneath for Swartout. Little bank shot won't go. Tried to bank it off the glass, couldn't get it. Warriors with the rebound. Rebounding Catherine Zahner. Down court they come. Libby Haney in the ball game, and the Warriors will substitute liberally now in trying to give, I think, as many players some effort, some time here.
Right.
Some experience at the championships, because it is a young team. I think we're already looking to next year's tournament. 4 of the starters as juniors.
And another thing is that this is a double elimination tournament, so even if they lose today, which is looking like they probably will, they still got to play tomorrow and hopefully the next day.
A shot no good by Madison Cox for 3. It was an air ball, but rebounded by Catherine Zahner. Zahner has it knocked away by Springfield and trying to come up with it. On the steal is Nikki Duncan. But Duncan knocked the ball, I think, out of bounds. It's hard to see the sideline here from our seat, but it looked like the ball probably just went out of bounds before she could grab it. And right in front of the scorer's table, but the far end from us, Kiana Dickey will inbound to Madison Cox. Madison across the court for Jessie Cephas. Her pass is knocked away by Springfield, but again it's on the floor, and again the Warriors get it back. No, Cephas loses it to Ashley Ritchie. Ritchie Feeds it down court for Chloe Cummins. Her shot is no good, but the foul is going to go to Catherine Zahner. And the Warriors will pick up their 8th foul. So 2 shots should be coming here as she was in the act of shooting, Jessie Cephas. A reminder, whether you're buying a car, consolidating bills, or paying for one of life's unexpected surprises, U.S. Bank has great rates on loans and lines of credit. God is good. Tailored to meet your needs. Stop in and see what U.S. Bank has to offer. Member FDIC. Chloe Cummins sets for a second one, and it is good, and that will make it 31-7, 24-point advantage. At least the lead has been growing certainly more slowly here in the second quarter.
Yes.
An
Yes, it has.
18-point advantage after one. Libby Haney, and they're going to say Libby will, let's see whether they say she committed the foul swinging the elbow, and yes, they will give her a foul as she tried to get away from the defender from Springfield and really did use those elbows. And the foul will go to Libby Haney. An offensive foul, so Springfield will not shoot, but that is the 8th foul for the Warriors. 1:49 remaining in the first half. Here's Ritchie, loses Dickey. Feeds it underneath. Now they come back outside to Ritchie for 3, and she's got it. Boy, quick ball movement.
It's not just one person, it's the whole team, Ray, that can move the ball that
Chloe
steadily.
Cummins fed it to a teammate underneath who quickly got it to Ritchie, and she hit for 3, and she initially lost the ball.
Yeah.
Here's Kiana Dickey on a drive, feeds it to Jessie Cephas, back to Kiana. Kiana has not been able to get inside. At 5'3", there's a lot of timber under that basket. Here's Madison Cox to Cephas. In the corner for Dickey. Dickey starts a drive and now dishes it back outside for Libby Haney. Haney a bounce pass to Dickey. Dickey on the left side. Clock running down. 1:04 remaining before the half. And a 34-7 advantage by the Millers. Kiana Dickey holds on to it, looking for a little help, somebody to pass to. Feeds it to Madison Cox, and the ball is knocked away on a pass from Madison and knocked into the hands of Ashley Ritchie, who will bring it up court. Ashley down to Chloe Cummins, and Cummins is fouled by Madison Cox. And she was fouled in the act of shooting, and she will go to the line for 2. That will be the 9th team foul. Madison Cox will pick up her first foul of the game. And Chloe Cummins, who has had some success from the free throw line, will step up. Couple of bounces, sets, and whoa, I'm dizzy from watching that spin around.
That's it.
A little bit of vertigo on that shot. That ball went around the rim about 3 times, looked like it was coming out, but it drops, and the score raises to 35-7. Chloe Cummins sets for a second shot, and is perfect. She can shoot. So it's not just Mercedes Russell. There's a lot of talent in the rest of this team. That's evident.
They are two-time defending state champs for a reason. They got every piece of the puzzle here. They got a point guard. They got Mercedes Russell down low.
Here's a shot for 3. No good by Madison Cox, but it's far off the basket. It comes out to Kiana Dickey. Dickey pulls up, passes underneath, and Mercedes Russell steps in front of Carly Newberg. Steals the ball, gets it down court. A shot. No good as Leila Peetwan is in the game, but Springfield gets the rebound and they feed it from Chloe Cummins to Mercedes Russell as she attacks the basket. A pass to Russell, and of course she puts it up and in. And a foul from behind, Kiana Dickey will be fouled. And that will be a 7th foul on Springfield, so a 1-and-1 coming up for Kiana Dickey. Ashley Ritchie will actually sit here for a few seconds. Coming into the ball game will be Kaylee Lang. And Kiana Dickey sets for a 1-and-1, and she does not hit the first. Mercedes Russell got the rebound. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Will they get the shot off? Russell fires at the buzzer and comes close, but just to the right. Wouldn't even expect her to get anywhere near the basket.
No.
It was off the mark, but she's got power in those hands.
She did. I think she traveled maybe before the shot even went off, so I don't think it would have counted had she made it, but it was close.
Just a set shot and fired that ball quickly at the basket.
Yeah.
Powerful beyond being able to do everything else on the court. Springfield misses that final shot, though, but they have enough points at the end of one half, 38-7. Springfield leads the Warriors. We'll be back for halftime this afternoon from Matthew Knight Arena. Warrior basketball continues on KGAL.
If your washer, dryer, stove, or fridge are stone cold dead, then who are you going to call? Like New Appliance at 541-259 at 1131, of course. You see, Like New Appliance is the Mid-Valley's premier recycler, creating like new appliances from your abandoned, lifeless metal rejects. Do your recycling part. Ask for a free discarded appliance pickup today by calling 259 at 1131. That's 541-259 at 1131 for Like New Appliance.
Deline Myers and Remax Integrity of Albany are two names you can always count on. Remax was built on integrity and is dedicated to service. Deline Myers is dedicated to assisting you with those same two qualities, integrity and service. Count on Deline for any real estate-related needs. Deline Myers would like you to know she is proud to assist you with your real estate needs through Remax Integrity of Albany.
1580 KGAL.
Welcome back to the Palace on Franklin. I'm Radio Ray, and that's Scott Landron here as we sit at the scorer's table at the University of Oregon this afternoon. It really is nice. It is, although the Warriors trail at the half, by the way, if you're just joining us, 38-7. It's a runaway for Springfield, and they were expected to win today, and perhaps by a lopsided score. They blew away Silverton the other night in their play-in game. The final score of that game was 63-23. So you knew the Warriors were in for a tough time this afternoon. Perhaps not a little tougher than we thought here for one half, 38-7. But still, you know that everybody on that team has to feel good, first of all, that they made it to the playoffs this year, and then secondly, to be here at the University of Oregon. It is an interesting new gym. Somehow, I like McCord better than this. And I think that has been the response so far of a lot of the Oregon fans. They just like that, you know, that crowded feeling of McCord, the noise that you get, the camaraderie that you get. They like it better than the new stadium, which is also built to facilitate some shows and things that come in here. They had a rodeo in here.
Well, I was never actually at MacArthur Court, and this is my only second trip here, but I remember watching on the TV and stuff. I thought the fans were like right on top of you at MacArthur Court. Is that right?
Yeah.
It's not so much here.
So that, you know, the fans, I think, kind of like that. If you're up at the top here, you get the feeling that you're farther away than when you're up at the top of Mac Court.
Yeah.
But still, for any youngster to come in here and play at this beautiful new arena is a thrill, and it's also really a nice experience for us to be down here.
Yeah.
At Matthew Knight Arena and to sit at the scorer's table and do the game today. Unfortunately, 38-7 Springfield as we are at the half. If you would like the latest information on your favorite high school teams, log on to OSAA.org and the OSAA Score Center. The OSAA Score Center has scheduled scores and official rankings for all member schools in all of the team sports. At OSAA.org, you'll also find playoff brackets, maps, broadcast schedules, and historical records. For more information, simply visit OSAA.org. It is the Millers dance team and cheerleaders who are on the floor here at halftime. It is the Millers who are in the lead at halftime, 38-7. We'll come back, and get some stats from Scott in just a moment as Warrior basketball continues today, 1580 AM KGAL.
Staying on top of your savings can be like staying on top of a mechanical bull or an extreme ski slope. But U.S. Bank makes saving easy with Start. Savings today and rewards tomorrow lets you save slow.
Yes.
Or fast. Save $1,000, earn a $50 U.S. Bank Rewards Visa card. Keep the balance for a year and get another $50.
Awesome.
Start today at any U.S. Bank or usbank.com/start. All of us serving you. U.S. Bank. Conditions apply. See the Start program agreement or a banker for details. Deposit products offered by U.S. Bank N.A. member FDIC.
It was as wide as the Grand Canyon, as deep as the Mariana Trench. I plunged into the chasm, into the endless abyss, into the...
Actually, you just drove into a pothole. But don't worry, here at Les Schwab, every tire comes with a kind of lifetime protection most other places don't give you, like free flat repairs and more, plus a great price. That's our best tire value promise.
Good to know.
Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952. It's the spring tire sale, one of our biggest sales of the year, now through April 30th.
1580 KGAL.
Back here at the Palace at Franklin, we're at halftime today. Springfield leading 38-7. One of the nice things of working here is that the OSAA brings you the stats. The stat man doesn't have to keep them himself today. Instead, they hand you a sheet with the latest stats from the first half.
Well, that's nice. Unfortunately for the Warriors, the stats of the first half were not so nice. Let's see here. Springfield shot 13 of 27, 48.1% in the ballgame. And the Warriors 2 of 16, 12.5% in the first half. That pretty much explains the 38-7 score. Although the second quarter was better for the Warriors, they were only outscored 18-5 as opposed to 20-2 in the first. The Warriors, let's see here, turnovers, 16 turnovers in the first half for the Warriors, only 2 for Springfield. And they had 2 at the end of the first quarter, so they did not turn it over at all in the second. Signs of a championship team. 4 blocks for Springfield, only 1 for the Warriors. 9 assists for Springfield, only 1 for the Warriors. Obviously, they only have a couple made baskets, so that assist number would be low. For Springfield, Mercedes Russell had 14 points in the first half. She had a couple of assists. She only had 3 rebounds, so she's not getting her rebounds very much. Ashley Ritchie for Springfield with 8 points, 3 assists also for her. 4 rebounds for Ashley. And Chloe Cummings, 8 points for her. Only 1 rebound for her. Let's see, for the Warriors here, they were led with 3 points by Macy Benedict, 2 points for Jenna Morch, and Catherine Zahner had the other 2. Those are the only 7 for the Warriors. And that's pretty much it. The Warriors were 2 of 3 at the line. Springfield was 8 of 10 at the line, so a good 80%. 3-pointers, 1 of 12 for the Warriors from three-point land, and 4 of 6, 66% for Springfield.
Last year, Springfield, of course, won the championship. We've mentioned the fact that they are the 2-time defending state champions. Last year, in 4 playoff wins, they allowed an average of 16.5 points.
Wow.
Allowed an average.
Wow.
16 points to their opponents. They did not allow any more than 23 points in those 4 wins last year on their way to the championship. Today they have allowed 7 points to Lebanon here in the first half. The other night after 1 quarter against
Springfield or Silverton?
Silverton, thank you.
Yeah.
Against Silverton, they led 19-2 after the first quarter. They led 20-2 after 1 quarter here today. They led midway through the second half. They were up 32-10, but they lead 38-7 today, so they may be getting a little stronger right now as the playoffs continue.
Yeah.
Both teams come back to the floor. We'll get ready for the second half, see what the Warriors can do against this strong Springfield team as basketball continues today on KGAL.
Now, for a limited time, save $20 on radiator or transmission flushes at Canega Tire Factory. And if you're watching your budget, ask about the latest variety of quality used passenger and light truck tires. For over 50 years, you've trusted Canega to keep you and your family on the road. And Canega services just get better and better. From tires to struts, brakes to free battery checks, even propane for your barbecue and RV. Still at the Y in Lebanon, the place to buy your tires and more is still Canega Tire Factory.
Lassen RV at Albany has the new RV models on the lot now, ready for you to buy. Lassen RV Service Department has a new truckload of parts and accessories on sale just in time for fall fix-up. From changing a light bulb to rebuilding your entire RV. No job is too big or too small for Lassen RV in Albany, where friends send their friends.
1580 KGAL.
Back here at Matthew Knight Arena at the University of Oregon, I'm Brady Ray along with Scott Landgren. The Lebanon Warriors in their first playoff game today. It looks like, well, you hate to make that admission.
That's right. I mean, you never want to say die, but
it's 38-7 at the half.
Yeah, and then the number 1 team in the state, the 2-time defending champs, and they're not showing any signs of rust.
So we will be back tomorrow. Is it a 9 o'clock start? I believe it is. Let me
get the bracket out here.
And we will face the team that is defeated in the next game this afternoon, Hermiston or Bend. 9
a.m. tomorrow start.
9 o'clock tomorrow. We'll be here on KGAL for the second Warrior game. By the way, the other night in that 63-23 victory over Silverton, they held Silverton to 17.9% shooting from the field. You can see why the Warriors are even having less of an average here, shooting average today. Silverton scored 67 points in its play-in game against the Eagle Point, but just 23 points the other night in the loss. And Lebanon is the latest victim this afternoon, trailing 38-7 at the half. So you wonder where they're going to run into some trouble. The West Albany girls were 23-0 on the year, but they lost to Springfield a couple of years ago in a tight game. Lost a very close game for the championship. And Willamette is another team that is here, a team from their league, from Springfield's league. They beat Willamette twice in the year, lost earlier over Christmas vacation. But it figures to be West and Willamette perhaps as two really tough teams that might put a test to Springfield.
There is such a big difference between the top 3 teams and everybody else. But I really don't see anybody beating Springfield this year. Not West Albany, who's undefeated. The only chance, I think, would be Willamette because they know them. They've seen them enough over the past few years to maybe try that slow-down game like they tried last year. I'm not sure, but that would be my guess.
We're at one end of the scorer's table, and it is the end where the Warriors will be on offense this half. As they're right in front of us, Ellie Phillips starts a drive. Ellie tries a bounce pass underneath to Jessica Smith, and Jessica's shot is blocked and knocked out of bounds. Warriors keep possession. For the Warriors, Macy Benedict, Ellie Phillips, Kiana Dickey, Jenna Morch, and Jessica Smith. As Kiana Dickey inbounds, tries to get it to Morch, but throws it away. Went right by Morch and into the hands of Duncan. Down court, Ashley Ritchie. A bounce pass to Ritchie. Ritchie back outside for Swartout. Swartout across the court for Duncan. Underneath to Mercedes. Mercedes pass is actually knocked away by Macy Benedict, but picking it up is Nikki Duncan.
Not sure she knew.
They keep possession. Here's Ashley Ritchie on a drive. Ashley tries to dish it, an alley-oop to Mercedes Russell, but I don't think she knew she had her back to the pass.
Yeah.
And the Warriors come up with it. Ellie Phillips brings it into front court. Ellie tries to go underneath to Morch. Instead, it's stolen by Ritchie. Here's Ritchie on a breakaway. Ritchie to the basket. Up and no good. She missed her second breakaway of the day, but Russell is there for the rebound. She missed a shot. Swartout fights for it, but loses it into the hands of Macy Benedict. Kiana Dickey on the run. Dickey to the basket, puts up a shot. And she is fouled on the way to the basket. Nice job by Kiana Dickey. Good move. Boy, you could see the determination on her face. As I say, this is the end at which their offensive end is the end at which we are sitting. And you could see Kiana in the middle of the court had real determination to get to that basket.
She did.
Put it up, and she was fouled. So the initial foul of the quarter will belong to Springfield, and Kiana Dickey does not hit her first point of the day, a little bit short. Jenna Morch, Macy Benedict, and Ellie Phillips all come out and say, take a deep breath and hit the first point of the second half, and she does not. In and out, no good. And the rebound comes to Chloe Cummins. Cummins brings it into front court. Chloe guarded by Ellie Phillips. Now to the left hand, still dribbling. Now into the corner to Ashley Ritchie. Ritchie on the left side. Tries to go underneath to Mercedes Russell. It is knocked away by the Warriors, but whichever Warrior was there, and I couldn't see through the official, committed the foul of trying to knock that ball out of the hands of Mercedes Russell. Jessica Smith will have the foul, and we are even at one foul apiece here in the opening minute of the second half. 38-7 Springfield. Here's a shot by Mercedes Russell. Good. First one away from the basket other than the free throws.
Yeah, but that looked really nice, didn't it, Ray? Just a soft touch there by Mercedes.
Very soft touch, about midway from the foul line to the basket. Here's Kiana Dickey, underhands it to Jessica Smith. Smith trips over the feet of Swartout, Dana Swartout, and Dana is going to pick up a foul, the second for Springfield here of the second half. Seems a little quieter in here right now. I think Springfield students are already determined that the game is in hand.
I think so.
Warriors will inbound it to Ellie Phillips. Phillips against Ashley Ritchie. Ashley does a good job, just like Kiana Dickey on defense. Good movement of the feet. Here's a pass to Dickey, and she is open for three. No good. The rebound comes off. Dickey fought for it, but stepping in front of her to get the rebound is Cummins. And now Ellie Phillips almost intercepts a pass at midcourt. Not quite able to handle it and knocks it out of bounds. On the tables on the other side is a press table on the far side, which is empty today. A long scorer's table here on our side of the floor.
Very.
Ball comes into Dana Swartout, underneath to Russell. Russell puts the ball up and finally goes in against Jenna Morch. So Russell with 2 more points. Steal by Cummins. Chloe Cummins stole the ball away from Lebanon right here in front of us. Cummins brings it into front court, and then she is fouled. Ellie Phillips picks up a foul.
That's at least their 13th steal of the game, Ray.
Wow.
Yeah.
Second team foul. And Springfield will inbound to Mercedes Russell. Really an alley-oop inbound to Russell, just high enough that no one else could get it. She jumped, grabbed it, and in one motion put it in. Shot for 3 by Macy Benedict. No good. Comes off long to Morch. Morch loses it for a second. Benedict gets it, has her shot altered by Swartout. Duncan down the floor, and let's see who's got it as the shot is put up by Nikki Duncan, and the shot is no good, but the Warriors are going to pick up a foul, and again, That's at the distant end, kind of blocked as to who committed that foul. Jenna Morch will go against Jenna, and she already picks up her 4th foul. And boy, if they lose Jenna and that size against Mercedes Russell, it'd really be tough if they keep Mercedes in the game.
Right.
And they may not.
You know, I probably wouldn't think they would keep him in much. Definitely not in the 4th, but maybe like halfway through the 3rd, they might start pulling some people.
Nikki Duncan hits the shot. And she hits both. Make it 46-7. Oh, my aching basketball announcer's back.
Yeah.
Tough on the girls that are on the floor. Here's Benedict for 3. Blocked by Russell. Russell picks it up. Russell will dish it to Ashley Ritchie all alone, and this time, she almost put it up too high.
She's missed a couple of them, like you said, almost missed that one.
2 breakaways. That one, she was really alone. The only 2 there were Russell and Ritchie. Here's a shot for 3 by Ellie Phillips. It is short, and air ball into the hands of Russell. Quick outlet to Swartout, but too far, and Kiana Dickey picks it off. Down into front court again for the Warriors. Macy Benedict, and on the far side, there is a whistle, and let's see if... No, timeout. Timeout for the Warriors. We'll take a 30-second break here in the 3rd quarter. 4:51 remaining in the 3rd quarter. 48-7. The Springfield Millers with the lead on KGAL.
Are you thinking about getting new windows but aren't excited about spending 3 to 4 hours with a pushy salesperson from out of town? Hi, this is Brian at Smith Glass. We offer double and triple pane windows with a lifetime warranty for much less than those Portland or Seattle guys. Plus, we're your neighbors. Our salespeople are friendly and helpful. Visit us today on Southwest 3rd in Corvallis, or at the foot of the Lion Street Bridge in Albany, or on the web at smith-glass.com.
On the cutting edge since 1945. Smith Glass Service.
KGAL.
We're back here at the Palace on Franklin, and it was a 60-second timeout. I didn't bother to look at the timeout called here, so we still have a little time left before we resume action. 3rd quarter, 4:51 remaining. 48-7 Springfield. And a reminder, earn rewards, exclusive discounts, and preferred rates with a U.S. Bank package. Choose a silver, gold, or platinum checking and create a package with the features that are right for you. U.S. Bank. All of them serving you. See banker for details. Deposit products offered by U.S. Bank National Association, N.A., member FDIC. Warriors with the ball. They will inbound on the far side of the court from us as Scott and I sit at the scorer's table here at Matthew Knight Arena. Ellie Phillips takes that inbounds pass. Pulls up on the dribble and passes to Kiana Dickey right in front of us. Kiana switches to the left hand, back to Phillips. She's open for 3. Air ball. She just has not been able to get enough oomph into that ball today. Jessica Smith got the ball. It was knocked away, though, by Duncan. But then finally, last touched by Nikki Duncan. He'll be out of bounds to the Warriors. They inbound to Jessie Cepas, to Ellie Phillips. Phillips driving against Ritchie. Ritchie gets picked off on a screen by Jessica Smith. Outside to Miss Macy Benedict. Macy tries a bounce pass underneath, but there's Mercedes Russell to knock it away into the hands of Ashley Ritchie. Ritchie into the front court, still in the front court. Will drive all the way to the basket. A little floater good. And boy, the defense broke down there.
Yes, it did, Ray.
As she saw an opening and then used a little floater about 5 feet from the basket to put it in and make it 50-7. Ellie Phillips starts a drive, and she trips over the feet of one of the Springfield players. And that would be Chloe Cummins, 32. And Chloe Cummins will get the foul.
The second half has not been kind to the Warriors so far. 12-0 for Springfield to start. 12-0.
Lebanon will inbound, looking for some help, and they get it inbounds to Brittany Port. Brittany starts a drive to the basket along the baseline. This is outside for Jessica Smith, and Ashley Ritchie says, I didn't even touch her, but she walloped Brittany Port on the arm before she got that shot up. No way that was not going to be a foul.
She did get the ball, but she also got part of the forearm, like you said.
Got a lot of it. And Jessica Smith will go to the line for 2 as she was fouled in the act of shooting. Jessica swirls that ball around and holds it as the Springfield crowd tries to disrupt her, and she puts it in and gets a little congratulation from Brittany Port and Kiana Dickey, and she will settle for a second shot, 50-8. And the second shot is a little bit long and will come off, battled by Kiana Dickey. Nice job to outrush Springfield to get to that ball. Dickey goes underneath to Jessie Cepas, loses the handle on the ground, and it finally rolls out to Ashley Ritchie. Ritchie outside to Swartout. Swartout down court to Cummins. In the corner for 3 and a swish for number 23, Nikki Duncan. Nikki Duncan hits, and is she fouled on the shot?
No, I think... Foul after the shot on 21.
So we have a foul on the Warriors. No, on
Springfield.
Springfield.
Yeah.
Will pick up the foul. The Warriors will get the ball, but the three-point shot will stand at 53-8 for Springfield. Warriors with the ball. Macy Benedict. Benedict for Brittany Port. Holds it hot right in front of us. Good defense now. Starts the dribble. Gets away. Tries a shot, altered again by Mercedes Russell, but Macy Benedict got it back. Macy driving through traffic, tries to put a shot up, and Russell comes out and blocks it at the free throw line. Picking it up, Brittany Port tries to put a shot up, and she will be fouled by Dana Swartout on her way to the basket. And they will say she was shooting, and she should get 2 shots. And the referee here, the official says yes. So Dana Swartout picks up her 4th. It will be the 6th team foul for Springfield. The Warriors will be shooting a 1-and-1 soon, you would think. 3 fouls for the Warriors in this quarter, but they're not hitting.
They got that going for them.
As Brittany Port misses the shot.
And here comes 3 new players for Springfield.
Catherine Zahner will check in for Jessica Smith for the Warriors. So Macy Benedict, Kiana Dickey, Jessie Cephas, Catherine Zahner, and at the line is Brittany Port, setting for a second shot after missing the first. That one is off the iron, no good. Mercedes Russell with the rebound. Score still at 53-8. Third quarter, 3:08 left here at Matthew Knight Arena today. First game of the day for the girls' championship round. Here's Brittany Port stealing the ball from, I forget who that is. Number 5 is Layla Peatwan. Shot missed, though, by the Warriors, and quickly down to the other end. Springfield, they get it to Mercedes Russell, and with the left hand, she puts up a shot, and Jessie Cephas will pick up this foul, trying to stop Mercedes Russell. Jenna Morch on the bench. Jessie Cephas has the unenviable task of trying to stop Mercedes Russell. She couldn't do it that time as Mercedes switched it to the left hand, and she is equally capable with either hand. She hit the layup. And the free throw, she has not missed there yet today, and that's still perfect. 3 more points for Mercedes Russell. 3 more for the Millers, make it 56-8. And the steal at the other end on an errant pass as they throw it into the hands of Nikki Duncan. Here's Peatwan on a bounce pass for Duncan. She'll attack the bucket, puts up a little shot that gets the roll. Flattened it enough off the back iron to have it roll down. They don't need those kind of shots.
Boy, now they're getting everything right.
58-8. Macy Benedict looks for a little screen. Not much from Kiana now with the ball. Starts a drive, dishes it to Kiana. Kiana pulls back near the free throw line. Right side for Zahner. Back to Kiana. For 3, and she hits for 3.
It counts, Ray.
Kiana Dickey for 3. I thought maybe she was inside that arc.
Yeah.
But the official standing right there said it's a 3, 58-11. The Warriors, it's nice to see Kiana hit that.
Yes, very nice.
A tough time for her today. Here's Mercedes Russell outside dribbling, and maybe she attacks the basket. She does. She puts a shot up, and she is fouled. And that foul may go to Jessie Cephas, who was fouling her. Following and fouling.
Well, she took it at the top of the key and just drove in. What are you going to do?
They said Zahner on the foul, so she got hit on the way in. Catherine Zahner picks up the foul. And Mercedes Russell sets for 1, and she hits, make it 59-11. Mercedes Russell, what a story that she is. You wonder what her background is and how she became so proficient at basketball. You just don't think of a top recruit, particularly in the girls' basketball, top recruit in the nation coming out of this area.
Right, and especially such a small, the 5A level. That's not even the top level in Oregon.
And in Springfield.
Yeah. I don't know.
Not from the Portland area, not from one of the larger areas. Here's a shot by the Warriors, no good. Carly Newberg tried the shot, it was no good. Russell got the rebound and feeds it to Peatwan. Layla Peatwan with the ball, taking the place of Ashley Ritchie as the point guard right now. Peatwan loses the handle for a moment, tries to dish it to Duncan. It's knocked out of bounds, though, by the Warriors. Brittany Port got a hand on it, knocked it away. But Layla, or Kaylee Lang, will inbound for Springfield with 1:34 remaining. As she inbounds it, they go underneath. They get it to Russell, up and in. This time, an assist from Mercedes Green in the ball game, and Mercedes passed it to Russell high enough that only she could reach it, and she put it in easily at 6'6". Here's Kiana for another 3. No, this one off the iron. Russell gets the rebound away from Carly Newberg. Russell outlet pass. Down the court, Peatwan. Peatwan pulls up on good defense.
A good cut there.
Oh, and then they pass underneath to Russell. Peatwan backed off as she was stopped on her way to the basket by Madison Cox, but then she passed underneath to Russell, who put it up and in easily again. Warriors with the ball, trying to get to the basket, and it looks like maybe she traveled to do it. Brittany Ford puts it up and in.
I think so, maybe, but there's some contest from Springfield, so maybe they knocked the ball.
She may have stopped that back foot, but it looks like maybe another step was taken. Oh, and here's a nice bucket in the paint. What paint there is here at the floor for Nikki Duncan. 2 points for her on a floating left-hand hook driving to the basket. 28 seconds left, and the Warriors on a short end of a 66-13 score, and now they have it knocked away as Madison Cox has the ball knocked away underneath. I believe Mercedes Green got it. And the Warriors will get to inbound here as Carly Newberg will check out. And let's see who stepped in. Catherine Zahner.
Catherine is Molly Aranda again.
Molly Aranda.
Yeah.
Is the new Warrior on the floor. And 5 seconds on the inbound as Kiana Dickey could not find any to give the ball to, and the Warriors will turn it over here. 22.7 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Almost a foul by Brittany Port. Got Nikki Duncan. Duncan now on court, and let's see if Brittany finally got the foul from behind or whether one of the Warriors in front of Nikki Duncan commits the foul. Britt will pick up the foul, and that will be the 17 foul for the Warriors. 6 so far for Springfield. We thought the Warriors would get to a 1-and-1 quickly here, and worked out.
No, it has not.
They pass it around to Mercedes, falling away from the basket, and she's falling because she is fouled, they say, and she can't hit that shot, but she will go to the line for 2. And let's see who got her underneath. Brittany Port picks up the foul. So let's see here as they stop the action. Finally, Mercedes Russell will step to the line, and Mercedes Russell will shoot 2 as she was fouled in the act of shooting. She has been perfect from the line today and has shown her talent in every aspect of the game and misses the first. 1-and-1. I thought she was shooting on that shot.
I thought so too, Ray.
She fell to the floor while she was shooting. The rebound comes to the Warriors. Quickly up court, Madison Cox for Kiana Dickey. Final seconds here. Dickey dishes it to Cox for 3. Her 3 is just off the iron, no good. Warriors chase down the rebound. They get it outside and they throw the ball away as Molly Aranda tried to pass it with just a second left. And the Warriors do not get the shot off. That's before the buzzer. After 3, Springfield in the lead, 66-13. The Millers look every bit another championship team here. They have 2 consecutive titles. They lead at 66-13. We'll be back for the fourth quarter on KGAL.
Good, tasty food. That's why Bing's Kitchen has been a lunch and dinner favorite for over 40 years. Choose Chinese or American meals that can satisfy the entire family or a gathering of up to 40 people on the South Santiam Highway in Lebanon. Choose Bing's Kitchen, where the food simply tastes best.
Staying on top of your savings can be like staying on top of a mechanical bull or an extreme ski slope. But U.S. Bank makes saving easy with Start. Savings today and rewards tomorrow lets you save slow.
Yes.
Or fast. Save $1,000, earn a $50 U.S. Bank Rewards Visa card. Keep the balance for a year and get another $50.
Awesome.
Start today at any U.S. Bank or usbank.com/start. All of us serving you. U.S. Bank. Conditions apply. See the Start program agreement or a banker for details. Deposit products offered by U.S. Bank N.A. member FDIC.
It was as wide as the Grand Canyon, as deep as the Mariana Trench. I plunged into the chasm, into the endless abyss, into the...
Actually, you just drove into a pothole. But don't worry, here at Les Schwab, every tire comes with a kind of lifetime protection most other places don't give you, like free flat repairs and more, plus a great price. That's our best tire value promise.
Good to know.
Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952. It's the spring tire sale, one of our biggest sales of the year, now through April 30th.
1580 KGAL.
Springfield misses the initial shot of the fourth quarter. The ball is on the floor, and the possession arrow will belong to the Warriors. One break for the Warriors here. They need a lot of them as they're down 66-13 after 3 quarters today. They start the fourth quarter with Ellie Phillips, Kiana Dickey, Jenna Morch back in the ballgame. She has 4 fouls. Macy Benedict and Brittany Port. Warriors with the ball. Benedict tries to get it underneath to Jenna Morch and throws it away, and last touched by Macy Benedict. Nobody from Springfield got a hand on it. An errant pass out of bounds, and Springfield will inbound to start their fourth quarter possession. First possession They will have a new team in here, and we'll see what happens in this fourth quarter as Hannah Durbin handling the ball, hounded by Macy Benedict, gets away from Macy, now runs into Jenna Morch. Her bounce pass is intercepted by Brittany Port. Port down the court against Lang, Kaylee Lang. She puts a shot up, but she traveled before she got that shot up. Turnover to Springfield. So Springfield with clearing the bench now, and we may not see Mercedes Sullivan.
I don't think we will.
Ashley Ritchie, Duncan. And as they try to inbound, the 5 second, I believe, were they called for 5 seconds?
Yeah.
Yes, they are, and Warriors will get the ball.
And if that's it for Mercedes, she finishes with 29 points.
Wow, the average is 25. Nice move by Phillips to get inside one of the defenders. Her shot up, no good. Gets the rebound, and underhanded scoop to the basket, no good. Warriors knock it away to Phillips. Phillips tries to get it to Benedict. It's on the floor. Several players battling for it, including Ellie Phillips and Hannah Durbin. And the ball will belong to the Warriors as Kiana Dickey will inbound. So the Warriors do keep several of their starters in the game here as Kiana dishes back to Benedict. Benedict against Hannah Durbin. Nice drive to the basket. Too hard off the glass, and the rebound comes to Jenna Morch. She puts it up, and she is fouled. And she will be fouled by Mercedes Green. And she will be shooting 2 here early in the fourth quarter. 6:58 remaining. Warriors destined for the breakfast round tomorrow. That will be at 9 o'clock against the loser of the next game, Hermiston or Bend. And Springfield, by the way, blasted both of those teams in the regular season.
Right.
I mean, but good. So if whichever one they meet, the winner, they have already blasted that winner, but good. Here's Jenna Morch with the first free throw, and Jenna misses the second. And the rebound comes to Mercedes Green of Springfield. Brittany Port in a battle against her. He puts it on the floor and does get it to Sydney Baker. Baker down the court, loses the handle. Baker gets it back and dishes it to Mercedes. Mercedes Green will underhand it to Layla Peepwan. And Layla again, the point guard now after Ashley Ritchie. Ashley, very talented for Springfield. Put on a nice performance today to go with Mercedes Russell, of course. Ball knocked away into the hands of Kiana Dickey. Dickey down court, wants to take it to the basket. Nice bounce pass to Phillips, and Phillips is fouled.
Good find.
She's fouled by Kaylee Lang and Ellie Phillips. And it will be the 8th foul for Springfield. And it's a 1-and-1 coming here. No, 2. I thought they indicated 1-and-1, and I wondered why, but I didn't see those 2 fingers go up from the official.
Yeah, looked like she was shooting.
I thought so. Not one of those evident shots. I mean, was she dishing or was she shooting?
Yeah.
Ellie hits the second free throw. 66-16.
Those are her first points tonight. 0 of 8 from the field.
The Millers inbound. Warriors putting on pressure. It's going to get a little bit sloppy now as the Millers clear their bench. Here's Ellie Phillips, and she is fouled on her way to the basket. And again, she is fouled, this time by Kaylee Lang. And Ellie Phillips will go back to the line. And that will be the 9th foul. We'll have a timeout here. And let's see what they call here. Looks like a 30-second timeout. So let's take a 30-second break here with the score 66-16 Springfield. 6:22 to go in the game this afternoon on KGAL.
Eye-popping graphics on premium fabrics. That's what you'll wear from Northwest Apparel and Graphics. Businesses like Albany's Furniture and Beds, Buckmaster Plumbing, and Rhodes Warden have trusted Northwest Apparel and Graphics for their new appearance. Now you can too, and for a lot less than you'd expect. From vinyl signs and proverbs to screen printing and custom embroidery, Northwest Apparel and Graphics can do it all. No minimum orders for home or business. Learn more by calling 541-259-4545 for Northwest Apparel and Graphics.
KGAL.
KGAL, that's the station. We're proud of it, locally owned and operated, and proud to bring you Lebanon sports. We've done so really since the inception of the station, which is over 55 years old now.
Yeah,
the station and I are both getting up there. Well, I was 35 in October.
That's right.
When we left, the Warriors, Ellie Phillips, had been fouled, and there was a timeout called. Ellie will go to the line for 2. She just hit 2 a moment ago, but the score stands at 66-16 with Springfield on top. A reminder from Les Schwab Tires. They know buying tires today means more than just price. Free throw is good. 3 in a row for Ellie. It includes service, selection, quality, and value. This is why dollar for dollar, tire for tire, Les Schwab is the tire store to trust. Les Schwab Tires, proud sponsor of the OSAA Championships, doing the right thing since 1952. Ellie Phillips does the right things 4 times in succession. Hit 2 more free throws. The Warriors pick up 4 points from the free throw line. Down Hannah Derber all the way to the basket, and Hannah is fouled, and Jenna Morch with a look on her face. I think she may be coming out, and she's heading for it. It's got to be the 5th on.
Yeah,
she
knew it.
Yeah. So Jenna Morch will make the long trip to the bench. Jenna's played another good season for the Warriors. And Jenna Morch is a junior. She has 1 more season left. And she is a force under the basket. That's one of the good players coming back for the Warriors next year. 4 of the 5 starters today were juniors. And keep that in mind as they are being snowballed today at 67-18. Is even Hannah Durbin in off the bench. Hannah, 5'5" freshman, hits the free throw. Boy, you hate to see that.
Yeah.
Freshman. You know, they have 3 freshmen on their roster. Second free throw is no good, and the rebound comes to the Warriors. Jessica Smith gets the ball and hands it to Kiana Dickey. Kiana comes up court here. 6:08 remaining in the ball game today. As Brittany Port right in front of us. Cut off, bounce pass to Phillips. Phillips looks for an opening, dishes it outside to Kiana. Kiana starts a drive, far side to Brittany. Brittany Port outside for Ellie Phillips. Her three-pointer is no good. Ball tipped away by Mercedes Green, and ball will bounce right in front of us here at the table. It will belong to the Warriors and Macy Benedict right in front of us. We should say hello to her. No? Macy, well, it's a foul. No wonder she came over. It looked like she was going to inbound the ball, but they called a foul. And Jessica Smith is at the free throw line. The Warriors have hit 4 in a row. That one, whoa, that's an arc.
That was an arc. I remember I watched one of their games earlier in the year, and I remember she had quite the arc on her free throws.
She hit it if the clock was running. We would run the game off.
Yeah, that's right.
Second free throw is perfect. Again, that arc.
It doesn't matter how it looks as long as it goes in, right?
Up to the rafters here at the Palace on Franklin, but hits both. Warriors 6 free throws in this quarter. They can't hit from the field, but they're hitting from the free throw line. And there's a reach in. This one is going to be, well, we're going to walk the other way.
It'll be free throws.
Kiana Dickey.
Free throws for Springfield, 1-1 as the 9th team foul for the Warriors.
It was a battle between Layla Peetwan and Kiana Dickey, and I thought maybe that Kiana Dickey had won, but she lost.
Yeah.
She commits the foul, the 9th foul for the Warriors, so it is a 1-1 for Peetwan. Layla. Could be Lila, L-E-I-L-A.
Uh-huh.
She hits a free throw, 68-20. And the second free throw is no good. Jessica Smith is right there for the rebound. Passes to Kiana Dickey in the front court. 5:41 remaining in the game. Warriors play at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning in the consolation bracket. They could still get to Saturday. That's the intent here. Shot for 3, no good by Macy Benedict. Rebound of Mercedes Green. Green passes, whoa, to
crashing into us there.
Layla Peetwan, and Macy Benedict made a nice attempt at a steal and almost came over the top of the table to us.
Yeah.
Good effort, but the ball belongs to Springfield. They inbounded and they throw it away.
No quit.
Careless play now, and as they have the entire second team in for Springfield. Ball knocked away from Benedict, but fortunately Phillips was there to pick it up. Phillips switches hands, goes to the right-hand dribble. Now to the right hand, gets around, tries to drive to the basket. Bank shot, no good. Rebound, Mercedes Green. Green, outlet pass. Gets it to Lang. Lang, cut off by Smith on her way to the basket. Lang wants to go underneath to Durbin, passes it too hard. Goes off the hands of Durbin. Will be out of bounds, and it will belong to the Warriors. And Ellie Phillips will inbound with 5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Kiana Dickey brings the ball into front court, right at that big green O in the middle of the court here. University of Oregon, Matthew Knight Arena. Here's Benedict along the baseline. Bounce pass in traffic. Did not go to the person she wanted to get it to, but Brittany Port got it. Back to Kiana Dickey. Dickey for 3, and she got her second of the afternoon.
Well, they haven't exactly been perfect shots, but they're going in, Ray. 2 banks.
68-23. Couple of three-point efforts. Whoa, and that certainly was. And even she knew it. As Kaylee Lang, somehow on the dribble, I'm not sure what she had in mind. Maybe looking to pass, and the mind just got confused, and she basically just bounced the ball from one hand to the other,
perhaps,
as she was running. Here's Kiana Dickey. Bounce pass to Brittany Port right in front of us. Brittany will attack the basket, runs into a defender, puts a shot up, and they're going to call the foul on Sydney Baker, who put her hands up. I didn't think Sydney moved, but they will say the foul is on Sydney Baker, so that will send Brittany Port to the line for a couple.
2 shots for Brittany Port.
That's the 9th 9th team foul, and Brittany Port will put the shot in. Catch all the action from the OSAA State Championships for free at OSAA.tv. OSAA.tv is the home to live and on-demand video coverage of the OSAA State Championships. Watch this year's events, relive your favorite moments from the past at OSAA TV. Second shot in and out, no good. Rebound Springfield. You do it all for free. You can even purchase DV copies of these events if you like. Check out OSAA.tv today. Here's a bounce pass underneath for Durbin. Bert Durbin misses the shot. Try to tip it up. No good. Rebound comes to the Warriors. Down to the midway point of the fourth quarter. 4 minutes remaining. Warriors get it up court here. Catherine Zahner. Zahner hands it to Dickey. Dickey starts a drive. She wants to take it to the basket. Puts it off the glass. No good. Hannah Durbin gets the rebound. Durbin bounce pass to Petewan. To Lang. Lang to the basket. She puts a shot up. Did Ellie Phillips get a block, or did that simply wind up underneath?
She blocked it.
She may have. The ball hit the bottom of the basket. I think Ellie Phillips may have gotten a pause misfire. Springfield, though, will inbound. They get it to Lang. Lang outside, takes it into the right corner, down low. Comes back outside and passes it across court for Petewan. Layla Petewan puts up off-balance shot, no good. The ball tipped finally off the hands of Jessica Smith, back to Hannah Durbin of Springfield.
And the Warriors had that rebound. They just couldn't squeeze it.
Kaylee Lang, and now back to Petewan. She's at the point guard position. She starts a drive, dishes it in the corner for Lang. She wants three, and she's got it. And Lang, is a 5'5" junior. She hits the three-point shot, and they've hit 71 on the day. Here's Jessica Smith. Jessica looks for an opening for a shot. Not sure how she got that shot off without traveling.
Yeah, I would agree, Ray. I thought she took an extra step.
I don't think the pivot foot was still pivoting.
No.
When she hit, but they will call the foul. It may have been difficult. The official was shielded because there was a defender right on her who did get a piece of her, and as a result, she will go to the line. Jessica Smith, first shot off the iron, no good. Tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock, Hermiston and Bend will play in the next game, and the team that is defeated there will meet the Warriors tomorrow. You still hope the Warriors can get to Saturday.
Right, they still have a chance at fourth place here.
You know, when you play a team like this, you know that the intent is to get to Saturday, probably through the consolation round.
Right.
You just know it's...
Well, I mean, Ray, this is hands down the favorite to win the state title again. So, you know, not expected to win this game.
Second free throw was no good. Springfield brought it the other way, but missed an easy shot. Hannah Durbin missed the shot. Now the Warriors come this way as Ellie Phillips dishes it to Macy Benedict. Benedict across court for Zahner. She is open. Catherine, though, couldn't hit the shot off the back iron, and the rebound comes to Shelby Blackwell of Springfield. Down low, starts a drive. Blackwell misses the shot, an air ball over the basket to the far side and picked off right into the hands of Ellie Phillips. 2:27 remaining game running down here today. The Warriors trailed 20-2 after the first quarter. The afternoon was done early. The Warriors scored the 2 points of the game.
They did have a lead, Ray.
And then saw Springfield roll off 20 consecutive points. Here's a ball underneath to Phillips. Phillips puts a shot up, no good. She tried to get the rebound, but she lofted off her hands into the hands of Emma Klein. Klein, her pass is blocked by Catherine Zahner, but Zahner out of bounds and field at the bench from right in front of Bill Wagner, who is the coach, has been the coach. They brought him back to coach Mercedes Russell, basically. That's the reason he came back.
I didn't know he was...
A few years back. I understand that, I hope this is true, as I understand from the being... Who said this is true?
That was you. It was like an echo.
I didn't say this is true. Oh, that was my echo. I thought somebody said this is true. The shot from the corner is no good and rebounded by the Warriors. I agreed with myself, apparently.
That's right.
That's great. Here's the Warriors with the ball. As they go underneath, they get it down low. The shot is no good. The rebound is on the floor, and there's about 16 bodies under there battling.
I think that's Molly Aranda.
But finally, Molly in the game, 6'1" freshman. Molly, who missed that shot the first time, and then a battle for the ball. She got it back, put it in, and she is fouled, and a big smile on her face. Molly Aranda, a freshman. There are 2 freshmen on the team here for the Warriors. Madison Cox, who has seen some moments today, and Molly Aranda, both freshmen. Shot no good, but Aranda gets the ball tipped back to her. Wants to find somebody to throw it to. She does. She gets it outside. The shot is no good. The rebound, again, battle under Madison. Did not hit but a battle for the rebound. is going to go on a possession arrow to Springfield, 1:32 remaining. So Springfield gets the advantage of the possession arrow. Gets a little sloppy now. A lot of bodies on that ball underneath the basket.
Yeah, very.
Springfield with the ball, down court pass, almost knocked away by Molly Aranda. Well, battling for the ball, Shelby Blackwell. The two of them are in a battle. And I think Shelby committed the foul. No,
I think so.
Just out of bounds. No, yeah. They will call Shelby for the foul. And Molly Aranda, or Catherine, let's see who comes. Yes, Molly Aranda will come for the foul. The free throws, and she will here with the 10th foul, so they will have 2. Molly will shoot 2 regardless. With 1:25 remaining in the ball game, 71-26. And hit the shot. Forgive me if I have not given the score often enough here in the fourth quarter. I think it's something you want to block out at this point.
Right.
71-27. Both free throws good for Molly Aranda, the freshman. Boy, that's nice to see.
Yeah, and she's pretty tall. She's 6'1". That's not bad.
As you look to future years for this, what is a young Warrior team. Ball almost knocked away, and finally it is knocked out of bounds. Carly Newberg knocked it away from Springfield. She knocked it out of bounds. Well, and they'll say she knocked it off the Springfield player at the far end of the floor.
Yeah.
And Carly will inbound as she gets the ball in to Madison Cox. And Madison will bring it up court. We're under, well, no, we're still 1:12 to go here at Matthew Knight. Molly Aranda holds on to the ball. Passes it to Cox on the far side. Cox down low. Zahner have to dish it back out. Double team. Gets it to Aranda. Jump shot by Molly. Can't hit it, but she will go back to the free throw line.
Wow. She's doing pretty good on her limited action here. So 4 points, a couple rebounds.
You know, I think it's that every one of these things builds confidence.
Right.
You can see her smile now as she goes to the free throw line and looks rather relaxed. And she is just a freshman. Shot is good.
Well, and this is something that you can't, you can play her in a normal game in the season, but this is the state championship, the Final 8, the state championships, and to get playing time in this is just huge for, the next 3 years.
Shot is good. Hits both free throws. 71-30. And Springfield, not sure what happened there. They never got the inbound. Looked like they had inbounded, but then they had to throw it back to inbound it correctly, and they did. Now the Warriors steal the ball as Molly Aranda came up with the steal. Into the hands of Catherine Zahner for 3. Off the area, no good. Ball tipped, and it comes off to Springfield. Springfield loses it on a double team right in front of us, the official blocking this, but coming up with it and driving to the basket is Madison Cox. A shot no good by Newberg. Cox got the rebound shot for 2 points, no good, and the rebound finally. And let's see if the whistle blows, and it'll simply be out of bounds. No foul with 29 seconds remaining in the game.
There's 29 seconds. You don't need to call a foul here, do you? I mean, what would it prove?
It is crowded under that basket.
It is.
It's a battle.
There's a lot of pushing and battling.
Carly Newberg dishes it outside for Libby Haney in the ballgame. Madison Cox down low to Molly Aranda. Returns, no foul. Madison Green of Springfield, and the shot for 3 is good by Catherine Zahner.
Well, this all builds for tomorrow, Ray. This is a great fourth quarter to build for tomorrow and hopefully Saturday.
Nice feed to Catherine, who immediately put it up for 3. Here's a shot near the buzzer for 3. No good. That shot off the mark by Emma Klein. And there will be 1 second, 1.1 seconds. She tried to beat the buzzer and it went out of bounds. So the Warriors will not get a shot off. Well, they try to roll it inbounds.
They might.
Well, maybe they will. As they roll it inbounds, Madison Cox picks it up, fires it down court, trying to throw a pass. Did not have the time to do it. Knocked out of bounds. And that concludes the ball game. The Warriors, after scoring the first 2 points of the game on free throws by Jenna Morch. And at that time, we said that's good because Jenna will have a battle in her hands full against Mercedes Russell. 6'2" Jenna Morch taking on the 6'6" Mercedes Russell. And when Jenna hit those free throws, we thought, well, maybe it would be the kind of afternoon in which she can win that battle.
Yeah.
Get some fouls against Mercedes, although that foul was not on Mercedes Russell. She hit the free throws. It was 2-0 Warriors, looking for anything good, and then the score at the end of the first quarter was 20-2.
Yeah, that ended quick, didn't it?
Springfield really a very dominant team. There is nothing for the Warriors to hang their heads about as Springfield has blown away everyone, including the next game, Hermiston and Bend. They have blown both of those teams away. No matter which team wins, they put both of them away big time in the regular season. They should be in that championship game come Saturday.
I think so.
And whoever faces them is going to have their hands full, as good as they may be. Final score, 71-33. Springfield wins it this afternoon. We'll come back and wrap things up from the Palace on Franklin in just a moment.
Delene Myers and Remax Integrity of Albany are two names you can always count on. Remax was built on integrity and is dedicated to service. Delene Myers is dedicated to assisting you with those same two qualities, integrity and service. Count on Delene for any real estate-related needs. Delene Myers would like you to know she is proud to assist you with your real estate needs through Remax Integrity of Albany.
If your washer, dryer, stove, or fridge are stone cold dead, then who are you going to call? Like New Appliance at 541-259 at 1131, of course. You see, Like New Appliance is the Mid-Valley's premier recycler, creating like new appliances from your abandoned, lifeless metal rejects. Do your recycling part. Ask for a free discarded appliance pickup today by calling 259 at 1131. That's 541-259 at 1131 for Like New Appliance.
Your Mid-Valley home of the Lebanon Warriors. News Talk 1580, KGAL, Lebanon, Albany, Corvallis.
Well, the Warriors are outscored here 20-2 in the first quarter, 18-5 in the second, 28-6 in the third. What was the result of the fourth quarter today?
The Warriors won that 20-5.
Hey, I knew they won that quarter. I had no idea it was that impressive, 20-5.
And, you look at it, sure, Springfield had a whole second team in, but for most of that quarter, Lebanon had a lot of second teamers in too, so that's good. That's good for the future of the program here.
Building confidence. Really, you knew that was what this game was all about, and I think that will be the case. As the Warriors started, 4 of the 5 players were juniors who started, and Molly Aranda put on a good show in her few minutes coming in, and she is just a freshman coming in those final minutes. And Madison Cox as well saw a good deal of time today. And she a freshman?
Cox, yes, she's a freshman.
5'10" freshman. I thought she was impressive in her minutes. And so was Molly Aranda, both of them freshmen, and 4 of the 5 starters as juniors. You hope that they can get back here next year and as seniors really put on a good show. Springfield, their starters today were seniors.
Right, and look at so many of the championship teams, boys or girls, it doesn't, they always have a good core group of seniors. So next year, once they're all seniors.
Good effort. Good effort.
Next year when they're seniors, and you really, this time's not over. They still got hopefully 2 more games. Like you said, the goal is to make it to Saturday, and I think they're going to match up much better to either Bend or Hermiston. The biggest thing is they're not going to have a 6'6" Mercedes Russell on that team.
Well, keep in mind, whichever team that they beat, the Warriors losing today 7-33, but those 2 teams were blown away in the regular season by Springfield. I know I've got this here. They beat Bend 61-19. They beat Hermiston 62-30. So whoever comes in whoever loses this next game, blown away by Springfield as well. And it looks like from those scores that we might have a rather even contest tomorrow morning.
Right. There's only one team who's been really close to Springfield this year, and that was Willamette. They rank. So, they're just doing this to everybody. So nothing like hanging your hats on. And both these teams that are playing coming up next got blown out earlier. So I think we're in for a good game tomorrow at 9 a.m. early.
Warriors lose it 21-33, but we will be here at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Still to come today, if you are a basketball fan of the high schools in the area, don't forget the West Albany girls. 8:15 game tonight against Corvallis. Yes, they beat Corvallis twice in the regular season, but the game at Corvallis came right down to the final seconds and a couple of free throws for one of there. It was a narrow escape for them, and what turned out to be a perfect season. They beat up Corvallis the second and took a big lead in the first half and won handily at West Albany. But it still may be anybody's ball game tonight. If you're a Spartan fan or Bulldog fan, West Albany basketball tonight, 8:15 for the game time, about somewhere just after 8 for the game on 920 K-Show. How about the stats for this afternoon as we have to get out of here and make way for the next game?
Yeah, we do. Well, the Warriors end up finishing, 7 for 47 from the field, a 14.9% shooting. So not great, but it did improve over the game.
We had mentioned they held Silverton to 17.9 in the play-in game on Saturday night, and the Warriors hit 14.9.
Right. But the Warriors did score more than Silverton in that game because Silverton only had 23. The Warriors had 33 here tonight. So, it's the little things. Robbie over there. Let's see here. Springfield ended at 50%, 25 of 50 on the game, so a solid 50%. Three-pointers for the Warriors, 4 of 26, 15.4%. For Springfield, they were 6 of 10 from three-point range. And free throws, 15 of 20 for Springfield, 75%. 15 of 26, 57.7% for the Warriors. The Warriors turned the ball over 25 times tonight. 16 of those, 16 for Springfield. But if you look in the third quarter, they had only 5 at the end of that quarter. So they had 11 in that quarter, Springfield did.
With the substitutes in the fourth quarter.
Right, so that number was a little bit fluxed. Springfield ended the game with 17 steals. 17 steals in the game. 7 for the Warriors. Blocks, 9 block shots for Springfield. Only 1 for the Warriors tonight. 17 assists for Springfield. 4 for the Warriors. Something they did do pretty well all night was rebound the basketball. I was kind of worried that Springfield would use their size to an advantage, but if you look at every quarter, they were pretty much neck and neck, and the Warriors actually out-rebounded them 38 to 37 rebounding, and an astonishing 21 offensive rebounds for the Warriors. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Springfield finishes 29 points and 8 rebounds, 3 assists for Mercedes Russell. She was everything that I had envisioned her to be, the number 1 player recruit in the nation. I figured this would be a star performance, and it was. Nikki Duncan had 14 points, 12 points for Ashley Ritchie, the point guard, also with 4 assists, and she had 6 steals. She came in averaging 6.5 per game. Chloe Cummins, she had 8 points to lead the scoring for Silverton. For the Warriors, total points, they were led by, let's see here, Molly Aranda. She had 6 points tonight in her limited action. 6 points, 5 rebounds in 3 minutes for Molly, who played pretty well in that fourth quarter there. Catherine Zehner had 5 points tonight. 6 points for Kiana Dickey. 3 points for Brittany Port and Macy Benedict. 4 for Ellie Phillips. Jessica Smith also had 3 points in the ballgame. Jenna Morch also had 3 points and 8 rebounds for Jenna Morch. So solid effort there. And that is it.
Springfield wins it, as everyone felt that they would.
Right.
I ran into the father-in-law of Bill Wagner, who is the coach of Springfield, who came back, as I was saying, in the course of the game and then lost that thought. I understand that Wagner was brought back a few years ago to coach Mercedes Russell.
Really?
As he came back to coach Springfield. But I met his father-in-law when I came in the door. A gentleman stopped me and he said, "Are you from South Eugene?" I said, no, he was expecting someone from South Eugene to be there. And I said, well, I am from South. I'm from South Park in Buffalo, New York.
That's
he said,
right.
oh, well, you are from South. And we got to talking. And I said, I'm going to broadcast for Lebanon today. They're facing Springfield. They're going to pull a major upset this afternoon. He said, well, I certainly hope they don't. I'm Bill Wagner's father-in-law.
You never know who you're going to meet at these things, right?
No, and then we got to talk. A really nice gentleman, very pleasant gentleman. We got the conversation. But his son-in-law and his team did quite well this afternoon. And as expected, they do get the win, and they move on to face the winner of the next game as both teams are already on the floor warming up. Bend and Hermiston meeting. And as I said, they beat up both of these teams badly in the preseason. You would think they are definitely on their way to Saturday. It'd be interesting to see the Willamette West matchup. If that happens, I think would be very interesting.
Yeah, it's going to be a good semifinal if it is, and I think it will be.
If Corvallis gives a short life to West tonight, then I think Willamette, I don't know. I just get the feeling that it would be another Willamette West or a Willamette Springfield matchup for the championship as it was last year. Won by Springfield 16-7. The least total of points in any championship game in high school history in Oregon.
You know, I kind of want to know if they were to reach the finals again, if they would deploy that same strategy, because it didn't buy any love. I mean, everyone hated what was happening. Can you just imagine paying, however much money it costs to get in here to see a 16-7 final score?
One final thought. I'd say one thing they need to do here is they need to underwrite some of the things. Phil Knight needs to assist, like on parking, for example. Say, I'll pay for the parking, the high school tournament. It's $10 to park here.
Yeah, I know.
That's a lot for a family. $5 to get in the game, right? I think it's $5. Although we have our passes.
I think it was 5 or 6. Yeah.
But for a family to come, father, mother, and probably a couple of kids of some of the teammates here, and to pay $10 for parking is a lot of money to get into these events, and you do it every day. They need the help on matter.
They do.
What a nice place from which to do the game. Tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. Thank you. Today, final score, Springfield, but first 2-point game, but when 7-1-33 final score. I'd see you tomorrow.
Yes, right.
I hope to see you tomorrow morning again at 8:15 to Albany and the Corvallis 9:20 show. Our morning right 1580 K. See you then.
Now, for a limited time, save $20 on radiator or transmission flushes at Kanega Tire Factory. And if you're watching your budget, ask about the latest variety of quality used passenger and light truck tires. For over 50 years, you've trusted Kanega to keep you and your family on the road. And Kanega services just get better and better. From tires to struts, brakes to free battery checks, even propane for your barbecue and RV. Still at the Y in Lebanon, the place to buy your tires and more is still Kanega Tire Factory.
What do 1 in 15 Oregonians have in common? Diabetes. It affects millions. Hereditary for some, preventable for others. Samaritan Diabetes Education has the tools and knowledge to help you prevent or control diabetes. Improve your quality of life and reduce your risk for other diseases through group classes, individualized appointments, and support groups. Contact your local Samaritan hospital for more information or link to their website from KGAL.com or KSHO.net. Samaritan Health Services, building healthier communities together.
The Oregon School Activities Association thanks you for listening to this OSAA U.S. Bank Les Schwab Tires State Championship event. Les Schwab Tires celebrating more than 55 years of pride in performance. U.S. Bank proud to celebrate its 27th year of supporting OSAA state championships. We hope you enjoyed this broadcast of an OSAA state championship event.
Thanks for listening to today's broadcast of Lebanon High School girls basketball playoff action on 1580 KGAL. Warriors basketball has been brought to you by Lassen RV, Like New Appliance, Deleen Myers of Remax Integrity, Northwest Apparel and Graphics, and by Kanega Tire Factory. This broadcast is exclusive property of Eads Broadcasting, News Talk 1580 KGAL, and the Oregon School Activities Association in cooperation with the Oregon Association of Broadcasters. U.S. copyright law protects this broadcast. Duplication or rebroadcast of any portion of this program is strictly prohibited without prior written consent. We now join our regular programming.
Want to really know more? Just point, click, and learn from the Mid-Valley's best website, KGAL.com.